Welcome, everyone, to the C Team's Lambert House Pride Special Dungeons and Dragons Extravaganza. I am here with an incredible group of people, which we will get to in just a second. Before we get started, I just want to welcome you to this stream because we're supporting a really cool cause. I am delighted to talk to you about Lambert House. The Lambert House is a Seattle-based nonprofit. It's a youth center here that supports LGBTQ plus youth, gives them a safe place to hang out and chill and get to know other kids who are also in that demographic. So we are really, really delighted to support them. All the proceeds, all the donations from today's stream are going to support it. It helps them develop leadership skills, social skills, life skills. You can learn all about it at lamberthouse.org. And these are the ways in which your contributions are going to support Lambert House today. Linked in the chat, you'll find all of this information. You can donate directly at the PayPal link, which is tied to this stream. You can share with your Twitch bits. And all of the proceeds from the following items are going to support Lambert House as well, which is the Penny Arcade Pride pin set on the Penny Arcade store, the Wizards of the Coast Pride shirt, which you'll see all of us rocking in various configurations. And for the first 2 weeks of launch, the Idle Champions Rainbow Flump Familiar Pack, featuring the new Familiar Prism, which is incredible. Yeah, so thank you so much again for watching this. Donate generously. Let's get them bits flying around. And with that, I'm going to introduce you to our players today. And I will start with Tristan Falcone. Tristan, would you please introduce yourself with your pronouns, the character you're playing, and their pronouns? Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, Kate.
You're so welcome, Tris.
Okay. I'm Trystan Falcone, and my pronouns are they, them. I play Walnut Dankgrass, the Wood Elf Druid. She, her. Wow. It really came stumbling out, but I got there.
We got there. Next, Jeremy Crawford, would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Jeremy. I am the principal rules designer of D&D. I go by he, him usually, but I'm actually gender fluid and am fine with any pronouns. And I'm playing Vi today, and she is she, her.
What's Vi's racing class for those who may not know?
Vi is a gnome artificer who some of our viewers, I'm sure, have seen in Acquisitions Incorporated. And she runs a multiverse spanning business called The Fixers.
It'd be great. So happy to play with Vi. AJ, could you introduce yourself and your character for us?
Of course. My name is AJ Lamarque. My pronouns are he, him. And I'm playing a first-time character today called Maddy Eval. She is a human town crier in a ye old town who just comments on anything and everything, whether it's important or not.
Love that. That's gonna come up, I think, a lot today. Omega, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Of course. Hi, my name is Omega Jones, also known as a critical bard. I'm a professional actor and vocalist. He, they pronouns. Still a thing to say. And today I'll be playing Cymax Grimshaw. He is a reborn satyr warlock of the Archfey. He is a musician by trade, but he kind of does what he wants when he wants now.
Love that. And last but certainly not least, Anthony, please introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Anthony Rapp. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Vendrix, who's a tiefling bard of the College of Whispers.
Ooh, nice.
And his pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Before we get started, we have yet more business. Tris, could you please tell the kind people at home about the giveaways?
Yes. All right, so everyone in chat is going to be given an Idle Champions Electrum chest with the in-game code Lambert House. Otherwise, donations between cheering, PayPal, and pins will count towards the donation meter. Each time the donation meter is filled, get active in chat, and you might win one of the following gifts: an Elderwood Academy keychain spellbook, a Wizards D&D Progress Pride Bag, an Idle Champions unlock of Champion Walnut, including the stay-at-home walnut skin and other in-game goodies, and an unreleased Elderwood Academy Master Tome.
Yeah. So make sure you get active in chat every time that donation meter is filled, and you, yes, you will certainly win a prize. Okay, you guys all get dice? You got character sheets? We good to go? All right, let's do this. So we open at a little inn in the town of Red Larch in Faerun. Now this inn is known to some, not to others. It is called the Drawn and Courtier, and it is the headquarters of the local branch of Acquisitions Incorporated. Acquisitions Incorporated being a kind of business with, I think, sometimes less than reputable quests and shenanigans that are associated with it, but on the level. We're here. It's I'd say just after sunrise, very, very early. The townspeople are starting to open their windows. The smell of fresh bread is everywhere. But one individual who is not yet awake is a wood elf, I think, sleeping in a kind of a sloppy configuration. Maybe not, maybe you are sleeping. I know you trance usually, Walnut. But you had a rough night. You had a rough night. Can you please tell me what it is that happened to you last night that you got up to?
Oh, great. I was going to ask you, what was the rough thing that happened to me? Please tell me.
We can work together on this.
Okay, so I'm going to say, because she's an elf, so she trances, that she was just trancing like kind of sloppily on the floor face down in like a passed out position, but you know, still an elf, so still very graceful. But last night, oh, what was she doing? Was it joyful? Does it matter? Is it really scary?
I think it was like joyful for Walnut, you know?
Right. Oh, she took a moonlit stroll along a creek and like saw some interesting night bugs. Oh, yeah, no, she was using a little summoned flame to douse for spider eyes. She just wanted to see a lot of cool night spiders.
Nice. And maybe is it fair to say that like some of these night spiders, some of this dowsing, like maybe she stumbled upon some like interesting moss growing on the side of a tree.
Oh yeah, well it's like it's cascading, right? Like like first there's the spider, and then there's the moss, and then there's the tree, and then there's the squirrel within the tree. You got to wake him up and tell him about the moss. Does he know he lives near it, and how to take care of it properly? It's the whole thing.
It was a rough night. Okay, that sounds exhausting. You got at some point this squirrel, this moss, everything sort of like it got brewed into a tea. You drank the tea and you ended up face down on the floor at the Drawn and Courtier. So now the rest of you, I am delighted to announce you have just rolled up to the Drawn and Courtier in, I think, kind of a sick cart, like a nice carriage, like the Lambo of carts, because you have been paid handsomely for what is about to happen. You know exactly where you're going. You all, screech to a halt in front of this, and you make your way up, and you are standing now in front of a door that is not entirely closed even, but there's like dirt and leaves that are kind of like piled up around it, so you're pretty sure it's the right door. What would you like to do?
Is this the one? Is this the one we're supposed to be dealing with? This lump of dirty elven whatever?
No, let's not be rude. I'm sure.
Is it rude to tell the truth?
Sometimes, actually, yes.
All right, well. Hello?
Nothing.
I stroll in. I'm a little gnome, but my My hair is beehived this morning, looking fabulous.
Mm.
I'm already halfway through my first cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey, you must have had a night. I think, little nut, it's time for you to wake up, my dear. And I lean over and I blow some of my cinnamon smelling smoke into her face.
Mm.
You would think it would be the cinnamon smoke, but instead it's just the stress of hearing Vi's whole, and there's a cat, the stress of hearing Vi's whole like candor that she's awake and she doesn't know where she is. She's very disoriented, and there's strange people, and there's people she doesn't expect. And somehow, even though there was, maybe the tea, she's a little hazy on what last night was. So it's just like a true pigpen moment of dirt and crime and leaves.
Love it.
As
Okay.
Walnut is waking up, Maddy takes this opportunity to ring the little town crier bell that she carries on her at all time, very loudly in the room, and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! I think she's up. I think you up? You're up. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's
Sorry, that was." She just puts down a bell. I was like, "I've made a faux pas. I've done a social. All right." Just puts down the bell by her side and looks a bit ashamed.
I've done a social bad.
Honey, that is a lovely bell. But if you ever do that again, please warn me, because I have the best earplugs. And I really could have used them in my ears before you did that.
As someone who understands music very well, that was not.
What sort of musical instrument do you play?
You see the panpipes that are next to that are attached to my little belt. I go, I am connected to music in all ways. You may be a bard, but I know music like the back of my tongue. But that's not the point.
Do you know how to play a little bongo?
The question isn't, can I play it? Can I play it correctly? And then I'll just look over at Walnut. Get up, please.
Now, Walnut, you've never seen any of these people in your life except for Vi. And so it is a little alarming, maybe not the most alarming day you've ever had. However, I will say one of the things that's unusual is that Vendrix, you suddenly remember that you have a letter on your person, and it's from one Brahma Luthier. And would you please read the contents of this letter?
And I'm reading it out loud to Walnut.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Dearest Walnut, this is why, well, just Walnut, can you hear? Do you need to clean the dirt out of your ears, or can you hear?
No, I can. You're
Thank
right
you.
in front of me.
Dearest
Okay.
Walnut, it's me, your wife. Because we were married on a day you don't remember, apparently. Before I write a song about this that will echo down through the generations and make the name Walnut synonymous with anniversary forgetting, you've got two choices. Is there more? Oh, there we go. Yes. 1, invent chronomancy and go back to yesterday, which was our anniversary. Or 2, you can undertake a sweeping quest to make it up to me. I'm going to suggest you do the second one because the first one isn't real. Yeah, yours currently, Brahma Luthier. I think that might be of interest to you, Walnut. Something tells me.
Okay, well, I have so many questions as to why you have a letter from my wife, but like starting from the top, anniversaries are, and I hate to think what you're going to say, but they're a yearly thing. Is that what we're going for here?
Yeah. You should consider yourself lucky to have an anniversary. A. B. Yes, they're yearly.
So while Walnut processes this, let me give you guys a little bit of background. You are all co-workers of Brahma Luthier. Brahma Luthier is a celebrated bard known throughout the realms, not only for her incredible prowess with the lute, but also her prowess with the lute as a weapon, for it is a war lute and she is deadly. She's very frightening. She is an elf, she's beautiful. She happens to be married to our resident elf here. And usually she can be found all over the Forgotten Realms, but I think all of you know her from her biggest gigs in Waterdeep. Mm-hmm. You have probably played in bands with her, perhaps. Perhaps you have done trade with her, but she knows that she can count on the group of the four of you to make Walnut's next hour and change a living hell.
What have you to say for yourself, young wood elf?
I mean, I just thought that when we got married the one time that was like so much socializing and so much celebrating that like we had done it.
You think that when you commit yourself to someone and you celebrate one time, that's all it takes? You think people don't like to just be merry and joyous in all ways? Just once, that's it. Every other day is just filled with despair and a loveless existence.
And dirt.
That too, apparently.
Well, not loveless, but that's been my experience, which I am now questioning.
Maddy goes into her town crier coat, which when you open it up is like just covered in different size bells. She picks out a few and just starts going, "You've messed things up. You've messed things up. You have. Just puts them back like nothing's happened.
Helpful.
It's barely even dawn, Walnut. This is rough.
Okay.
Now, honey, let me correct something from your very talented wife's letter. To make it abundantly clear, chronomancy is in fact real. And if we could go to my lab, we could turn back time, honey.
Great.
You notice as Vi speaks about turning back time, Cymax is just staring at Vi, but not in a, oh my gosh, this sounds very cool, as in a, stop talking, because that's not a thing that we have a luxury of doing. If it did, most of us would not be here right now.
Oh, to be clear, we could do it, but we're not going to. I just wanted you to understand not that it is possible, but I came when I found that not only could I help you, but I could potentially witness what is sure to be a glorious shit show.
Okay, I want you, just for context, in my head canon, which is canon for my character, I've decided, Walnut thought that all of her experiences with Vi were a fever dream. So this is just really a lot emotionally.
Because you probably didn't realize that Vi exists outside Ravnica.
Ravnica is not real, and it's not a place anyone would go, is what I say. Employee of WotC.
So at this particular time, let me give you guys a little bit more information. Each of the four of you has an envelope, and Vi, you have 2 envelopes. Let's see. Okay, so one of you, let's say Vendrix, you have an envelope on your person that is entitled "The 5 Love Languages, Birds of Affirmation." Now, Walnut, I need you to pay very close attention. This is going to be important for you later. Maddy Eval, you have an envelope entitled "The 5 Love Languages, Acts of Service," and acts is spelled A-X-E. Cymax, you have an envelope entitled "The 5 Love Languages, Receiving Whiffs." Whiffs. Vi, you have 2 envelopes. One is entitled The 5 Love Languages, Quality Slime. The other is Quizzical Touch. Brahma's instructions were to read this letter in the most dramatic fashion and then give Walnut the choice and very, very few other instructions. Walnut, would you like to hear the 5 love languages again before you select one?
I have to select one?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we got birds of affirmation, acts of service, receiving whiffs, quality slime, and quizzical touch. Well, I mean, there's things to like about all of them, especially the slime one, and we will get into that later privately. But who had birds of affirmation?
I did.
All right, so I am like panic-stricken, stumbling over to Vendrix, reaching for the birds of affirmation envelope.
You want it?
I don't know what any of this is. Yes, give me.
This is your chance to not be single. I mean, you can take it or not.
That's,
you open this envelope.
No, I think about that for a second. I'm like,
sure, yeah, please.
Wow, relationships are a lot of stress. Connecting with another person has brought me a lot of grief.
Try not having relationships.
Try having a relationship and dying because of it.
Oh. Try falling in love with someone who wouldn't give you the time of day. Try that.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, speaking of elven bards. Anyway, please, what does the envelope say, please?
Walnut goes to open it, but she's like, we could just unpack everybody else's emotional baggage and then never deal with this. And maybe it's a dream or something. But she opens it.
All right, inside is yet another letter. It's clear that Brahma has spent a lot of time sort of putting together this horrifying experiment for you. But this one it's very bare bones. What it says is the forest contains the birds. The birds have the eggs. And then there's a little hand-drawn map. And you know that this is a forest that you are very, very familiar with, Walnut.
Okay. Do I recognize it as like the Crypt Garden Forest, or is it the forest north of town? Like, I know I know so many.
I know that's true. You are a wood elf. This is the forest just north of town. This is an easy jaunt from Red Larch.
Okay. So I look at this and I read it out loud so everyone has the same information that I do. And then I say, so you were here to get the eggs for me? Yes?
Town crier, would you care to explicate for her, since you seem to know how to talk about things in plain terms?
Prepare the earplugs, V. And Maddy walks over to the window and opens it and starts ringing about, hear ye, to the wood she goes. You don't know who they are probably, because I doubt everybody in this town knows each other, because it's quite a big town. But this person has to go to the forest anyway. There's a quiz, something about love, and we're going to have to get eggs in the forest and birds. It was a nice play on words and double entendre, as they say. Off we go. Yee.
Okay. And so you all know.
People are just booing at the window as well.
No, I know. Like having her private business like yelled out the window. It's like, Walnut is like a very stoic, does not like to talk except in moments of extreme anxiety, which apparently this and all situations are. So she's just like, okay. So, but you're gonna help me go get the eggs.
Sure.
I take that as a binding contract for all of you, and I assume you speak
Only
for
have one
everyone.
binding contract. It's not this. This is merely a favor.
Okay. Well,
Sure.
I respect that. I respect a sure and a favor, a sure favor. I sure would favor y'all to follow me to this forest. It'll be but a moment's jaunt.
I set aside my almost finished cigarette. I reach out my both of my gnarled hands. Honey, may I? I reach for your hand, Walnut.
I am in this moment so hoping that Vi and everyone is just a specter, but I do go to touch your hand.
First off, you see, I'm for real.
No.
But I know this is a really tough day for you, honey. I want you to just take a deep breath and keep in mind, this is a chance for you to show Brahma your love, one of the most precious inventions in the multiverse. This is a privilege. I've had one shipwreck of love after another. To have a partner, ooh, delicious. But when you get all anxious today, just remember, if it all goes to shit, we can turn back the clock.
Walnut's like slightly comforted by this, so she goes, I did like it better when I didn't have to show my affection and Brahma just told me how I felt. But I do understand how maybe that is tiresome. A little bit. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot the anniversary. Why are we not making a bigger deal about this? Let's go. Let's go.
Play a nice little tapping rhythm on my little hand drum. My little conga.
A good marching cadence.
Yes.
Busted out.
Yes.
Yeah. Time is a wasting. So we make our way. Prafa is just opening up the drawn and courtier for breakfast. She sees Walnut and a bunch of barred artifice looking MFers, and she's like, yep, that looks about right to me. Y'all make your way to the Red Larch Forest. Let's get a check. Who's following the map? Look at the map.
If we're going to a forest, I probably will have the map. Hold on, that's a maybe. That's a maybe on that one. No.
Wow, we got settled quick on that one.
That was a journey.
Who wants it? Who wants it?
He looked at the map and went, no. And just handed it to whoever's next to him.
I got a little inspiration for somebody who wants it. Hello, you're really good at this. You're really good at this. Hello.
Nice.
Who wants it? Who wants it?
I'll follow the map.
Very good. There you go. You got inspired. You're inspired.
I pull my goggles down so that I can actually read the map.
Love it. Now, Jeremy Crawford, lead rules designer of Dungeons and Dragons. Historically, like, maps are kind of all over the place. When you do a map check, do you do like insight? No, you wouldn't do insight. Do you do like nature, perception? What do you use? Survival, you think?
Survival would be good, or if I need to figure out some clues on the map, maybe investigation. So I'd say survival or investigation.
All right, let me get you know what? I like survival. Give me a wisdom survival check, please, Vi.
And Cymax, as the guy, he would have handed the map to Vi. As he did, he just have fun. As he gives you some guidance.
Dang. Okay, so Vi, you have advantage and guidance.
No, with a little D8 bonus and a D4.
Oh, a D8,
bonus.
a D8 and a D4. Okay, well, geez.
All right.
Read that map, Vi.
Here we go. And I need it because my D20 roll was a 3.
Do you have any bonuses for your survival or no?
Just +1.
You know what's delightful is I can see your rolls now on D&D Beyond. It's never been easier.
I can see your shame.
All right. What was your total, Vi?
I got a whopping 13.
Okay, just over. So you are able to successfully, I know, thank goodness for these bards, you know what I'm saying? Honeys, it was all you. So you are able to find this honestly pretty rudimentary drawing. Brahma is many things, but not an artist. But it's hard to miss it. Once you're there, you all see exactly what Brahma has intended for you to find. There is one particular tree in the midst of this forest that is, it's been stripped of all of its leaves. The trunk is quite thick and the branches are thick too, but all of the leaves have been removed to craft these massive nests, huge nests. It seems like every branch going up in sort of a spiral pattern. The leaves are green, orange, yellow, all the beautiful colors, and they make for quite beautiful nests. Every single one of these nests has a very large bird sitting in it. And oh no, hold on.
Bring it back closer to your face,
I have a whole illustration for this bird.
Oh no.
Could be anything.
You just trust me, it's great. How do I do it? Can I?
Yeah, in front of your face.
Oh,
There you
look
go.
how cute. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's
there he is.
adorable.
There he is.
Well,
Oh
keep it
no! I'm gonna turn my Zoom background off so you guys can see this. Sorry, Alyssa. Here, we're doing it.
props.
Everybody vamp.
Hey, we're live.
Everybody vamp for a second.
Everybody, oh, look, there's the bird.
There's a bird. Okay, check him out. This is the bird. Each nest has a bird just like this. This is a butterfly for scale.
Oh.
This is a big,
damn.
puffy friend.
Is this
Big
a
bird.
These are big birds. Thank you to Tyler Jacobson for illustrating the big puffy bird. Okay. So yeah, each of these nests, these massive nests, has a bird, and each bird is sitting. You can see how large these eggs are. They're puffing. These birds are quite puffy. There's little eggs, large eggs, but just a little bit of it poking out from almost every single bird as you go up as you see this tree. But there's one bird. There's always one bird. There's one bird is sitting a little lower on the nest, who looks like maybe they don't have an egg at all. And the other birds are kind of chattering. They're all excited. You know, they're loving their life sitting on these eggs. But this bird looks like it could use a friend. It's looking a little bit down in the dumps.
Does she want me to kill these birds for her?
Does it say that?
It doesn't say a lot. I'm really going off of what I like her, panache, right?
Something tells me you, being the wood elf, could converse with these birds or empathize with these avian creatures.
Birds.
That would be pretty messed up. If your wife wants you, the druid, to come slaughter these admittedly horrifyingly large birds, I say as a little gnome.
They did some horrible things to this tree. Easy come, easy go, circle of life, baby.
Whew. You're sexy when you talk like that, Nut.
Hi, you're a million times my age, I assume.
Oh, if you only knew.
I rolled.
Why did you just roll initiative?
Because I'm a million years old. I'm so sorry. I just assumed.
Oh, Jesus. Lord.
You should know it was a 3. So, okay, I can talk to these birds. So I definitely want to meet a horrible societal outcast. Definitely want to talk to the bird that does not have an egg.
Okay.
And so I look around at the group and I go like, what should we say? I'll translate.
I am pretty sure we are not here to be your teachers. I'm pretty sure we're here to make sure you do what you need to do to make sure your wife doesn't leave you.
We've established
I
things
have
up.
a question. How
Maggie?
how do birds keep warm when it's cold outside? I've always wondered, because in summer they seem fine, but then it gets cold, and I'm like, oh, feathers. I'd like to know if they're insulating.
Anybody who wants to answer that, give me a nature check. an intelligence nature check.
12.
Okay.
15
all right.
for me.
A 15. Okay. All right.
16.
16. All right. Any of you can answer that ably.
I mean, some of them fly away in the winter. Don't you know that?
Oh, that explains why I don't see them. I just thought they had little houses somewhere and just went away and, like hibernating, but not like a bear, because they're not bears, because they're birds. All right, no need to ask. I'm out of questions.
How did you get hired for this?
I could be asking the same to you, actually.
Oh, really?
Maddy, I want whatever you're having.
Either way, if you want to step forward, or, we could force them to come over here. Your choice.
No, we should not make the giant birds move from
Why
their
not?
nesting ground. Oh, territoriality. Birds make absolutely no sense, even when you can talk to them. So many good reasons.
Understood. Then you have about 10 seconds to move before I act. 9.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Oh, the counting down makes
7.
it so much more anxious. Okay. So I used speak with animals and I just call out to the bird that doesn't, I mean, it's to everyone. All the birds could understand me and everyone else just hears like a very wild, that stock sound in every movie where it's the eagle noise.
Let's hear it.
You know what I mean?
There we go. Thanks for that.
Talk about that later too. And so I call out to the bird that doesn't have an egg, and I go, hello, good bird. So sorry to have disturbed your nesting ground. I see you are without egg.
I can understand common. It's fine.
And this is, you all hear this.
No, it's fine. I speak common. Listen, it's nice of you to notice, but there's really nothing that can be done about it at this point. I don't, it's not, let me back up. Who the hell are you? Did Brahma send you?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank God. Thank bird God. I'm so glad. She said she was gonna send somebody. All right. Things are not going great. Let me show you something. Can you come up here? Can you come up to the nest? All of you. Everybody come up.
Can I do a real quick insight check on this giant bird that's in my face?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my best skill. Dang it. 19.
Hey. Okay, here are the things that insight check teaches you. Definitely a bird. Definitely like kind of a maroon. Yeah, like not trying to like lure you. This isn't like a thing where the bird's trying to get you up so that it can like munch on you. It's not like that. It's not like that. This is like the bird wants to show you something.
Okay. I go, okay.
It's like a 20-foot climb or fly. So let me know how each of you wants to get up into the tree, starting with you, Nut.
Gosh. Well, I don't want to be another type of bird and risk offending this bird. And I don't want to be anything delicious, so I will turn into a tiny little weasel and just like spiral climb up the tree.
Do you get like advantage on acrobatics?
On being totally cool because I'm a stoat? Yes.
Listen, I don't know if stoats can climb trees. Is that a thing? You'd know.
It's a weasel.
Do weasel climb tree?
Yeah.
It's a mustelid. I'm just going to keep saying things to you until I actually look.
I'm like pretty sure a weasel can climb a tree. I'm like pretty sure.
No,
all right.
They can. Oh,
Okay, all right.
I get a +0 to athletics.
Hey, now you can just climb the tree. Sweet Wheezy. All right. Who would like to ascend up to this nest next?
I got a little misty step.
Ooh, you
Little-
love to see that.
Rat-a-ta-ta. Whoop, hey!
Wow, very good, very flashy.
You just hear the dramatics. Is it athletics or acrobatics to climb up a tree?
You tell me, bud. What do you sell me on it?
I was once a satyr who died, but I'm still a satyr, and I might not have my mirthful leaps anymore. I'm still able to climb and traverse things, just not as good. But I'm pretty acrobatic, so I will just casually try to get up a tree as I can. I'm also from the Feywild, so I'm used to stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure. In the Feywild, they got mad trees.
All the trees.
So you're gonna parkour up this tree. All right.
Parkour. Yep.
Oh, give me an acrobatics, and I will give you advantage because you were a satyr and you died and you're back again, but you're still a satyr.
Great. I will gladly do that. I'll do that. And dear to beyond. Wait, how do you do it? Advantage.
By the way, I'm not going to inspire you. Maybe not ever.
Hey, guess what? I don't need your inspiration.
Oh, the shade.
Okay, that's hold on. 18 or actually 18 plus. I'm going to use my knowledge of the past life to roll a d6 and add that because
knowledge of the past life.
Someone sounds like they are jealous. That's a 19 overall.
Love it. You bounce right up there, and then you and Vendrix can have a staring contest while we see how Maddy and Vi want to get up into this tree. Maddy?
Maddy's just staring, she's got her hands on her hips and she's just kind of looking up and she's looking down the tree and she's looking up again. She's like, and then she gets some of the bells out from her coat and whacks them into the tree. And PlayStation 1, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft could swing around on those things. That's what Maddy is attempting to do with the handles of bells as she goes up the tree.
Incredible. Oh boy, howdy. That sounds pretty athletic to me. So I'm sure that's a really strong stat for Maddy. Give me a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, here we go. What do we get? Maddy got an 11.
Okay, all right. For the sake of the story, I'm gonna say it works, but it just takes it just takes a while, and it's like an
in
awkwardly
universe.
long.
It's about
Yeah.
And the bells are just slightly off, so it's making a horrible sound as she keeps on swinging around.
And the large bird is like, I'll wait. No, I really don't want to give this spiel twice, so I'm gonna wait till everybody's up.
I'm sorry, I'll be up in it. Just give me. I'm just spinning.
You make it eventually.
So while Maddy is climbing up with the bells, I toss aside my cigarette butt and said, I put on my nice overalls today. There's no way I'm climbing a tree. And I click my boots together and little thrusters fire out as I cast the fly spell through them using my artificer magic. And I just, with my boosters, fly up, but I pause next to you, Maddy, and I say, sweetheart, I'm right here. I'll catch you if you fall. So just keep going. You're fabulous.
And she's swinging around. She's like, thank you so much.
So upsetting.
Very good. We all finally find our way onto this branch. And the bird says, great, thank you. You'll see why I needed you all to be here when I show you this. And it moves ever so slightly off of it. And you're all dwarfed by this thing. It's enormous, but it has big, cute eyes, very unthreatening. It moves off of its nest enough that you can see there's an egg there, but it's way too small. It's way too small of an egg. And it has its little rump out of the way, and it's like, this is the problem. I don't know what happened. And
everybody else has really big eggs, but my egg is very small. It hasn't hatched. I don't know if I did it wrong. I don't know if it's a size thing. I'm surprised I haven't squished it, but it's the wrong egg. And I could Brahma said she was gonna help me with my egg. So can you fix it, please? Thank you.
What are you?
You see magic starting to pull in Cymax's hand, but nothing happens because he has to suppress it.
What am I? I'm obviously a large puffy bird with big friendly eyes and a smile that could kill.
That can talk to us? How?
Yeah, it's a crazy wild fantasy world out here, huh?
All right, cool. Fair enough. Sure.
Anyway, I would love to talk to you more about this, my whole family story. But they're being assholes, and from up above you hear. Obviously, this is like he's on the lowermost nest, and it's like not a place of honor. He's on the lowest nest. This is rough. Obviously, outcast from the rest of the large puffy birds.
I feel you. Well, what do you want to do, druid McDruidton?
Oh, give this poor boy a calcium supplement. Clearly, like seems cut and dry to me. Or more likely, his family is a bunch of jerks, and they played a switcheroo. Or also, who says it's too small? Looks like an egg. Plenty of things have eggs this size.
And I will say to you, and now I'm talking to the bird, I'll say to you, honey, wonderful things come in small packages. And I look up and down, great power and great heart. You might have the queen or king of your kind right here. Who cares how small they are?
Or it could be like an intellect devour or something. So let's make sure it's actually correct.
Maddy, whilst this is going on, Maddy's having a look around the nest to see if there are any clues about maybe if the egg's been swapped or stolen, perchance.
Nice.
And
I saw a very robust. Yeah. Good, go ahead.
A 23, a natural 20, I believe.
Natural 23. So you that's an incredible. You absolutely see that this nest has been tampered with, and it looks like it could have been a monster. It could have been. It looked like you can't tell the tracks or anything, but you can tell that this egg has been swapped. It's just you don't have a whole lot more information than that.
Could I do an old-timey, boring human trick, but here in the fantastical realm where it will surely be more impressive? But I would like to candle this egg. So I'm going to use my little, my produce flame. How big is the egg? Like softball size?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever you said.
Whatever you want.
So I'm going to grab the egg, produce flame, and then just very quickly, but you slowly turn it over the flame so you can see the contents within. Do I see?
Love that for you.
You know, a creepy soon-to-be bird or a creepy soon-to-be something else?
Okay, great. Love it. Can you please give me a nature check?
Little inspiration.
Delightful. I love that. You said anything but nature?
Intelligence nature check, because you're a druid and you're great at nature checks.
I wish that this had been built. Cool.
There's no one to blame. So
it was a 1, but don't worry, I have a plus of nothing. So,
okay, but you also have inspiration,
which I'm going to do.
Maximum of 8 more. So
get a little D8 in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a little D8. Hang on one second. You know what I'm gonna do? I have a good D8 here. I'm gonna do it by hand.
Do it.
Hang on. There's a 2.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You candle this egg, you hold it up, you see a blob. It has limbs, an unspecified number, maybe, probably a face-ish. That's all you get. That's all you get.
I go, does this look like anything to y'all? No, I'm joking. I go, not to ever be outdone about a thing that I completely gunked up. I go, interesting. Well, this certainly reveals a lot. And I put it down, not too hard, but not too soft. Like I'm sure it's the right thing. And I just go,
Oh, tell us more. What did
Yeah,
you
I'm
discover?
fascinated. I've found a lot of clues, but your clue seems more important. Go.
oh, well, I wouldn't want to poison the well. So certainly tell me what you found. And we'll see if it corroborates.
Oh, good Lord. Don't want to poison the well. That'd be horrible. I presume a lot of creatures would also use the well and then they would die. Gosh, now I'm sad.
It's very serious.
And Maddy kind of points to the clues in which she's found in a nest about the broken branches and the kind of very suspicious looking damage to the nests that has occurred during these conversations.
My question, the other birds, one, how far away are they from this tree? Like, where's the farthest bird from where we're at right now?
The farthest bird?
Of this kind from where we are right now in feet.
I'd say this tree is probably 80 feet tall. So you're another 60 feet up, and there's nests that spiral all the way down on the strong branches of this tree.
Okay. The main question of that is, what are they all doing? Obviously, this bird can speak common, which means they probably maybe can speak common. What are all they doing as we're here and struggling?
They are. Let me get a perception check. Give me that whiz perception, please.
I'm going to use some guidance on myself because the law, not my best skill. Okay, yeah, that's great. 19, 20. No.
Nice.
20, yes, 20.
Nice. Okay, I'll take a 20. You are able to determine that all of these birds, they were kind of like chittering and they were laughing a little bit at your bird friend. But while y'all are talking, those birds are totally listening. Like they're 100% eavesdropping on this conversation. If you try to look at them, they're gonna act casual. They do bird stuff.
Gotcha.
Whatever. But they're absolutely listening to this conversation.
Oh, and he'll just say, and he'll say it in Sylvan just naturally, and he'll say, "I'll be right back." And I'm going to take out the pipes that are on my side, and they look kind of weird, but he plays too specifically as he misty steps 30 feet up.
You can misty step too. Oh.
But as he gets to another branch, he inverts those pipes and plays the most haunting sound ever. As I use the pipes of haunting, I need all the birds within 30 feet of me to make a save, or they're going to be frightened.
What save? What are we making? Wisdom?
It's a wisdom 15. Lower than my 15. Actual DC, but it's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, they got a 12. I'm just rolling for all of them. So
Great.
They're all scared, right?
Yes. And as I play that and finish, I cast Thaumaturgy, making sure they all can hear me. And I say, "You have 30 seconds to give that egg back to the one below, or I'll murder you all."
Cymax really likes to count, and it is terrifying. I say to no one. The bird.
Wow. This is getting far more exciting than I expected.
So the frightened condition in combat is very explicit, but in this case, you've scared the living shit out of these birds. At least half of them actually take a dump, and then the rest of them fly off. Every single bird is now gone. Like, suck it out. Yeah, they with a flutter. an incredible flutter of huge wings, and their big, beautiful, sad eyes are looking back at you. They have to abandon their eggs. They know that they're going to come back. But yeah, the threat proved too strong, and they are now gone.
That was really effective.
Are there any extra eggs? Do anyone have like more than one egg in there? Were they hiding an egg?
Oh, great question. Yeah.
And
go ahead.
They were probably
Jamie.
just cold. That's why they flew away. I learned that recently.
I with my thrusters still blasting from my little boots, I fly up next to Cymax and I start scanning the nest to see if there's an extra egg somewhere.
Okay, great. This doesn't require a check. Both of you are able to see that every single nest just has one egg, which makes sense because the eggs are huge eggs.
Mm-hmm.
However, Vi, let me get another wisdom perception check from you, please.
As Vi comes to me, I'm noticing that they're looking, and I'm one of those. Some music notes will come from the pipes as I give you guidance.
Nice.
Oh, goody. So I will add.
Always use guidance.
Always use guidance.
Always.
So 19.
Yummy. All right. Vi, you are from Ravnica, more of a city gal, maybe. But even you can see that there are some extremely unusual tracks that are leading out from the base of this tree off into the woods. And it just seems like maybe it has something to do with this quest. From your high vantage point, you can see where they lead as well. And they seem to stop. There's like a cavern that's got a bunch of straw sort of piled around the outside. You're able to see that all from where you're flying.
Look at those tracks. This looks like a clue.
You
Did
see
they
that?
match the?
Oh, go ahead.
I was
Walnut,
going to say, did they match the tracks that Maddy saw in the nest?
They just might. It's totally possible.
now, Walnut, this is your day, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to putt around here in the sky and let me know if you need my help. But there are tracks down there.
I'm going to tell you.
I don't
to
know.
follow the
You might want to
tracks,
follow
Walnut.
the tracks.
I'm going to follow the tracks, Walnut.
I prefer when a strong-willed woman tells me what to do, but in this case, I'm desperate and I will take your advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
However, I do have my doubts about my own abilities. I'm not saying this out loud. Maybe I am. No, I'm saying it out loud. I do have doubts about what I found in that egg, and it seems like it's been tampered with. I am going to take this egg in case it hatches into anything weird while we're gone. That would be unfortunate.
Would you like me to safeguard it, honey?
Yeah, I don't want to carry this thing. Who knows what's in it?
I'll do it, because if it turns out to be some nasty little thing, I'll blow the hell out of it.
I would love to see you make an omelet out of whatever's in here, unless it's a tiny bird that is also this kind of bird.
Then I'll nurture it, or at least give it to somebody who will.
There we go. And we're agreed. All right, so we have to clamber out of this tree, which I'm hoping we do so gracefully. Go follow those tracks.
Yeah, it's really graceful. Every single one of you float, you wheeze down, you stoat it up. Whatever you want to do, no checks required. I'm a fun dungeon master.
Tell all your friends I'm fun.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So you're going to just follow these tracks? You're not going to look at them first, or just going to go?
Look at them. I had to get up to them. I want to do a survival check.
I would love for you to do a survival check. Give me that whizzy survival.
Oh my God. These fake fantasy dice are haunted and they're not rolling or balanced correctly.
Honey, I think you need to, if you look at them over here, if you crouch down to my angle, you'll have a better view. And then I wink at you. And in this, I use my flash of genius and you get +4 to your roll.
Hell yeah.
God. I'm suddenly like, wow, I've not only do I see these better, but I see so many more things in my life so clearly, and I can't wait to act on. And it's gone, but I did get a 15.
Nice. Nice. All right, I'll take it. Okay, so you see, let's see, the footprints that are leading away from this are large, very large footprints. Like a five-toed creature. There's claw marks at the on the ends of the toes, and it clearly it seems to walk on its back two legs.
It's not a bird. It's not a bird because they would fly. They would walk.
That's true.
Could it be? Oh, it's not a coach because a coach has wheels. I'm just spitballing ideas. Not a fish because they need water in the sea.
If I have the silent spell, I do not have the silent spell. You got lucky.
Yeah, I was caught between, what makes sense for my character to think, and what monsters does Kate think are funny? None that I can think of. None monsters.
Walnut, it now just occurred to me. I was so looking forward to seeing you. I might have been too trusting on this assignment. Are we sure this was Brahma? Are we actually all being led to our death in this cave?
That is absolutely a Brahma thing to do or not do. And so I have no choice but to err on do it, even though there's no way for me to know if yesterday was my anniversary or not. The option is maybe die here and it wasn't, or definitely die if it was. So
that is unassailable logic, but just in case, I pull out this little stick from my utility belt that rapidly grows at first to a pistol. I then turn a little dial on the side of it, and then it expands into a shotgun. All right, honey, now we can go in the cave.
This quest, if I had a gun.
What's the relative size of the shotgun to your little body?
Yes.
The shotgun is as tall as I am.
Yeah.
Important and practical.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
Really would have written a different quest if I'd known about a shotgun. No, we got this. All right. Okay, so you would like to proceed?
Mm-hmm.
I would.
To the cave surrounded with hay? Excellent. Okay, you proceed. Everybody give me a, I want everybody to give me a wisdom perception check. I assume that you're all trying to like hear what's going on in and around this cave.
Nat 20 for a 25.
Dang.
26.
Excellent.
17.
17, love it.
8.
Nice.
I like that. 25, my one good roll when it doesn't matter.
Jeez Louise. All right, all of you except for Cymax are able
Cymax
to.
is doing him. He's in his own land right now. You can tell that he's listening to something in his head, something that his patron's trying to tell him, and he's just trying to block it out right now. But
he's like haunted from having died and then come back.
Yeah, you know it happens. Cool, great.
It happens. Whatever. Okay, so y'all hear from within this cave what can best be described as horrifying snufflings, snarflings, scratchings, occasional like maybe some like animalistic moaning. It's not great. It's not the worst if that's what you're into, but it's not great.
So it sounds like Vendrix is singing. Got it.
Okay. Multiple or one? It's hard to tell.
Unclear. It could just be one. There's a lot of sounds coming out.
All right, well, all right, nature girl. You like the critters and the dirt. You wanna lead the way, perhaps?
critters, not monsters.
Huh?
Not a big, you know.
Oh, are you scared? No.
Yeah.
You want to survive this thing or not?
Yeah, I can start giving Vendrix disadvantage for being a butthole.
I love it.
Honestly, I think getting dunked on is like exactly what Walnut needs. And maybe me, I don't know. This is therapeutic. I need that tough love. Okay. Walnut's like, yes, I am. Yes, okay, you're right. I have. This is a thing. This is a matter of the natural world. That is my steez. I'm gonna take charge here, and just very, very carefully, look at what we're dealing with here. Can I like tiptoe? Can I like stealthily tiptoe ahead?
You can. Give me a dexterity stealth check.
You're gonna
give me
love
that
a 26.
tiptoe check. I do love a 26. Thank you. I love that when you guys roll on D&D Beyond, you can't lie to me about what you got. I see it with my eyes, and that was a nat 26. Okay, so yeah,
wait. I can lie to you. It's just less believable.
That's fair. All right, so you do Pink Panther your way into this cave. You avoid the piles of straw and leaves that are strewn about, and you get inside, and it takes but a moment for your elf eyes to adjust to the darkness. And what you see is a hulking beast with hard gray skin, and it's got a set of 3 eyes along either side of its giant sort of shovel-shaped head. You see a jaw with large teeth, big, sharp, gnarly ones. And most interestingly, you see it is sort of building a little area around a soft space around a huge egg that looks maybe a lot like the ones that you saw in the tree.
Oh my God. These things lay those eggs too. No, I'm joking. No, I do think that in my head. I'm like, what are the chances? No, that can't. It's got to be related. All right, so I tiptoe back to the group and I go, well, okay, how big? How big?
Large. Size large.
Okay, so a large lad. He looms large.
A large lad.
Okay, so I come back and I go, we have, a creature of some kind to deal with that I don't know what it is. But it does love the egg as if it was their own.
I could try to do, there are a couple things I can try to do to it to get rid of it, not to hurt it. I don't have to hurt it. I can change.
You may be bored, but it's not your show. Firstly, we, addendum, you have to deal with it. 2, what is it? You can't just say creature. There's many things out there.
So I started describing it, but Walnut came back a little rattled. So she starts juicing the details a little bit. And instead of 3 eyes, there's 30. And it's not large, it's truly massive.
So honey, let me stop you there.
Yes.
Do you want me to just set a bomb off in there and just take it right out?
Well, no, I mean, we need the egg. And also, it's not this thing's fault that the birds gave it the egg.
It's just the way you were describing it. It was so scary.
Okay, well, I only got like one look at it and it was very dim. So
how about I go in there and I'll take a look.
Oh, wait. Vi, I don't think I actually got your name, Vi, right?
Yes, I'm Vi, honey.
UK. Actually, if it has that many eyes and it's totally monstrous, preposterous. Vendrix, actually, you can go in if you want.
Happily.
Take it. Take this
Sure.
moment The spotlight
think,
is upon you.
Thank
because it's
you.
all about anniversaries and stuff, why don't we set the bird and the 30-eyed monster up on a date? Maybe they could go to a cafe and get a mocha, and maybe they can talk about eggs because they seem to like them, but make sure it's like a vegan place because you don't want them serving eggs at the same time because that could be morally conflicting, and see if they get along and can co-parent, maybe.
Oh, sweetheart, you are the best. I love this. This plan, it makes no sense to me, but I love it. Here, I will provide a date. I go to my utility belt and I produce my Eldritch cannon, and I can make it look like anything. And I make a medium version of what Walnut described. So it's sort of like a like robotic looking thing with like 30 eyes and all of that. And it's there, and I'm like, all right, go in there and woo you a date, I say to my automaton, and it starts marching into the cave. Now, Maddy, you're gonna need to find us a cafe somewhere, because what if this
All right. All right, Maddy,
Why don't you go do that, Maddy? Why don't you go find a cafe?
We're gonna need all the bodies here of, I mean, people capable of plan B, which is, just.
I repeat myself. You keep saying we. You mean you. You will need all the bodies because this is the 2 anniversary.
I mean, yes, you in the formal sense of all of us. Is that right?
Sure.
I brought my own flask of coffee anyway, so it comes with one of those things where you can unscrap it, uncap it, and there's 2 little cups at the top. You know, the flask with the cups on the top. The flask with the cup, yeah, the flask, cups, yes. And you just pour. So maybe that could be a cafe. Yeah, that sounds lovely.
I love it. And I okay, so I look at like, I don't know, like a what was once a felled tree outside of the cavern, like a stump, and I'm like, okay. And I get out my bag like paper, and I start making a menu, and I'm like, yeah, and it just says like coffee, like 2 thimbles, and it's like, that's pretty much it. So easy. This plan, this requires so much less work than what I was thinking. I love it.
You see Cymax, as all this is happening, he just pulls out his pipes and plays 1 note. And as he does, a very distinct chuckle, like a satyr fey chuckle comes out of it. I like has a mage armor on myself because I don't trust this. No, I don't trust this process. I already died once. I'm not dying again for their sins. It's not happening.
Well, do you want me to go in or what there?
I believe everyone's going in at this point.
Okay.
But let's let the potential date lead.
Right. Okay, loving this. So this horrifying medium-sized version of what Walnut described.
D&D Beyond has reminded me that it is small.
Oh, it is small. Okay, great. Even even better. Small size version of what Walnut has described, which again, can't stress enough, not accurate to what is inside of this cave. Ambulates into the cave while all of you watch, I presume. Vi, I'm not sure how you control this thing. Is it like an RC car? What are we talking here?
I give it commands. Yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell it, go snag yourself a date. All right, great. Okay, so here's what you hear, all of you. The little monster ambulates in. The howling, the snuffling, the scratching stops for a moment. And what you hear next is like a beautiful song of a whale. Like, and some small scratching.
Does it sound like anything? Is there a way to see if this sounded all familiar or?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Anybody who wants to see if they can recognize these sounds, give me an intelligence nature check.
I'm adding guidance and my knowledge to this because that is interesting.
Just 11.
So then a D6 and a D4.
I got a 20.
I think got a
love it.
4.
22.
Nice. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so Cymax, you were adding that to Vendrix or to yourself?
To me. Sorry, to me.
Sorry, yeah, that was a
I
silly
wouldn't
question.
take it. I wouldn't accept it.
All right. So at the same moment, upon hearing this beautiful, mournful song, Cymax and Vi, it clicks for you that this is the mating song of a gray render, which is definitely not what Walnut described when she emerged from the cave.
So Walnut, if my ancient ears are correct, that's a gray render in that cave.
What's that?
A very large, potentially dangerous, but also potentially very cuddly monster.
Okay.
You either have a friend for life or you're fucked.
Interests, and they're mutually exclusive. Yes. Okay. All right.
Not fucked in that way. Not
You
fucked
mean-
in that way. Just fucked in the other way. Yeah.
You mentioned 3. No, the 30, a lot of eyes. Where did you come to this conclusion? Was it just too dark for you?
Time makes fools of us all.
No,
Why, about
time
that
makes a fool of-
chronomancy.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, the day's not over yet, honey. We need to give this a go. Plus, we might have just seeded true love for this gray render. Did you hear that lovely song?
Vi, question for you. This thing that you created with your item, is it like a typical illusion? What is it exactly?
So it is a for real object.
Okay.
But it has really no self-awareness. It is a weapon that I'm basically having move around.
Gotcha.
Pretending to be something, but it's really a mobile cannon.
Gotcha. Okay. So is it safe to say that it has an intelligence of 0?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So after y'all come to the conclusion, you hear this song, the scratching and the singing comes to a halt. And the next thing you perceive is that this item has been chucked by this monster straight back out of the cavern. And I need, let's see, who's a Walnut? Let me get, and you know what, Vendrix, I feel like you were about to go in. I think you two are in radius of being struck by this weird little monster cannon. So give me a dexterity saving throw, both of you, please.
17.
Okay.
Oh.
16.
Okay. You're both fine.
Oh.
So, yeah, you just Neo out of the way, and Vi comes to a dramatic landing at your feet, tumbling to a stop. Some little smoke coming out of its ears.
Going well.
Does it take some damage?
Yeah. Does it have hit points?
Yeah, it has hit points.
Yeah. Let me do some damage on you. That's 4 points of damage. Tumbling damage. All right.
It is still functional, but I go over and I'm like, oh, you poor thing.
Poor little baby.
That was effective.
Now there's silence.
That hurts.
There's definitely silence coming from the cave. You think perhaps you've given away the fact that you're out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now it did let off that lovely sound. Maybe we could woo it out with some music.
That's great, because I can't do that at all, but you all seem to be so mostly talented in that arena. I wouldn't dream of.
Yeah, you see Cymax actually just stare, like just turn and look at Vendrix, like, by all means, this is the performance of a lifetime, potentially just one lifetime. Go forth.
Great render. Great render.
All right, here's how we're gonna. Jesus Christ. Here's
Has
what we're
nothing
gonna
to do with this.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna adjudicate this like adults. I want a performance check from you, Vendrix, and anyone who joins Vendrix in his performance will grant Vendrix a bonus to his performance. And I do need you to be very specific about how you're going to enhance this. So Vendrix, go ahead and give me that performance check.
29.
Incredible. Okay.
I am so impressed by this performance. I've got to join in. And so I pull out of my utility belt it looks like a little coin purse, but I blow on it and it suddenly expands into bagpipes. And I'm a little gnome-sized bagpipes.
Yes.
I start playing along with the beat.
Yeah. What is
Maddy,
sorry, Vi, what's your just performance bonus?
+1.
Okay, all right. So you're up to a plus. You got a 30.
Eat it,
Maddy.
Cymax. Eat it.
Yes. Maddy is overcome with the beat and wants to join in. So she opens her coat to get some bells out and just starts doing the tune of "If I Could Turn Back Time, Ding Ding."
All right, what is your performance bonus, Maddy?
+9.
Love it. Okay, we're up to a healthy 39. Cymax, what do you got?
So my patron is here, Sam, the Prince of Fools, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to corrupt this or not.
Oh, classic.
I'm gonna roll a d20. No, I'm gonna roll it in chat. If it's under 10, if it's 10 or below, I don't apologize.
I didn't see it, didn't pop up. What'd you roll?
A nat 1.
Kate loves chaos.
I say, this will be fun. And I am a performer at heart. I'm no longer a bard, but I once was. And I begin to play, but it is like the most dissonant sound that has ever existed, and specifically making sure that it sounds like he's not on 2 and 4, he's on 1 and 3. I want to make this sound the worst it can get. Now it's probably not going to be that bad because all the help he's gotten, but he definitely tries to corrupt us.
Oh my God. Okay, so tell me, is there a mechanical implication to corruption?
You know what? There is going to be a mechanical thing to this as I cast fear. And that's going to be a wisdom. I'm sorry, I know we don't do PvP, but that's going to be a wisdom save from Vendrix.
No, I think at this point it's natural to assume there's PvP happening here.
Yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, you needed a 19. So you are frightening. You drop whatever you're holding. And I just chuckle really loud. I am normally not the chaos being of the group. I apologize.
We like chaos beings here. Okay. So Vendrix, your incredible performance up until that point, we're talking like almost a 40. This monster had started to creep its way out. So curious. And then at the moment of that corruption and you're getting sad and afraid and dropping your drum, it retreated back into the darkness of the cave. But you do hear the really a real Tim Allen Home Improvement. And then just like the barest little, almost, if you had to guess, Walnut, in your extensive experience as a druid, the scratching sounds you hear, they sound like questions. Interrogative scratches. It may be a little curious about what's going on out here now.
Okay, I am going to ask about an action that you can feel free to say no to, and also please consider that having someone that makes rules for D&D should not enter into whatever your decision is for how I want to use this spell.
Don't worry.
Okay.
My game.
So it says that healing spirit, I call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. Now, yes, there's physical wounds, but also emotional and wounds in interpersonal relationships. And it can appear as a certain type of creature, like a transparent beast or fae. I know that Cymax is no stranger to the Feywild. So what if just a really cute little almirage, little transparent almirage just like comes up and is like, hey, I know how much Vendrix sucks. Look at him, listen to him. Just the whole vibe. I get it, you get it, we both get it. Nobody gets it more than I get it. But also, the sooner that this happens, the sooner you can leave, your favor completed, and I can be set free from my whatever prison a healing spirit is from. I assume something terrible. And you can be rid of these people. So, you're free to make your own choices, but I just want you to know.
Sure.
That I'm with you.
What language is this almirage speaking?
Oh, hoo-boo-boo. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's only something that Walnut herself would be able to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say Sylvan, because in her head, that's the fanciest one she knows.
Seems like a fancy monster. Okay, well,
I love it.
Jokes on you. This monster doesn't speak any languages. So I was just asking to mess with you. But the sound
you can see
of
it in the eye.
the sound, you could see it in the eyes. So because you are attempting to nurse an emotional wound and you're not speaking this, there's no language that can bridge this gap. Will you please give me a Charisma Persuasion check with disadvantage?
Oh, persuasion with disadvantage? You know that I can. I don't like to do persuasion against other players, but I will do this. And
is this against monster or against? Oh, this are you helping Vendrix?
I was trying to help Vendrix.
Oh, forget it. Forget that persuasion check.
I don't want
it worked fine. It worked fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Vendrix feels great.
Well, I meant like this little sweet rabbit was trying to implore like Cymax, like, do you want to do a good and maybe get this done fast?
Oh,
sorry, y'all. I get so
Oh.
excited about stuff, and then it's like it just comes out.
No, I'm the dumbass. Okay, so this almirage is trying to be like, yo, Cymax, be cool.
Okay, that makes sense. This makes complete sense.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
I'm a visual aid though. So cute.
Adorable.
The Cymax just looks, and you can tell that it's not that he doesn't have any ill will against Vendrix. He's just tired. He's tired from existence. And this is just
I relate.
right. He fine. And I'll pull out my good pan flute and play a very gorgeous song that was actually a love song that he played to his lover, who's the reason he's now dead. Backstory, don't worry about it. I will help again with my performance. I don't know if you want my number, but I will help.
Yeah, give me your number. Give me your number.
It's a +9 as well.
Am I no longer frightened now?
I've dropped the spell.
Oh, I understand you have emotional wounds. I have emotional wounds. That's why I act like an ass sometimes. It's part of the thing. We're all friends, really. I mean, what? Oh, you've softened me up now. Oh, well, I was trying to maintain a strong facade, but it's not working. You've penetrated it. See, this is what happens. Oh.
Oh no!
I
Great,
thought
okay.
everybody was tough, but everybody was tendy. Oh no.
Everybody was tendy the whole time. Okay, so here's what
No,
happened.
it was just Maddy.
You're with that luscious, I believe, 48 that you have collectively rolled. That the gray render that had retreated back into the cave slowly pads back out with this new harmonious love song layer that Cymax has laid upon the top of this already beautiful melody. And the gray render comes out, it's kind of dancing a little bit. Sniff, three, those big three. I'll just, you know what? Let's see if I can show you guys.
It's in front of your face, yeah.
It's this boy.
Oh.
It's this big gnarly boy. The big gnarly boy comes out. Got a good. Does he have a good sense of smell? Maybe. We'll just say yeah. But it doesn't matter because the thing that it's smelling for, easy to find, and it's on Walnut's person. So this large, again, can't stress that enough, large monstrosity comes galumphing over to Walnut, and with I mean, no apparent malice, doing a big sniff all over all of your little pouches and things. Perhaps trying to find something that you have.
What is it, boy? I go, oh god, oh no, and I just do that thing like when a dog is jumping on you, and she's just like, just take whatever you want in the bag. Is it?
Where did have you? Wait, was it Vi? Who's got the egg? I should have written that down.
Vi does.
I have the egg.
Okay, all right. So this monster, this gray render, sniffs your hands. You've touched it, but the smell goes over to Vi. Sniffing all over you, Vi. So large that you like could fit into its mouth, but it again bears you no malice. Just doing a big sniff.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I get out the egg. I still hold on to it gingerly. Is this what you're looking for, boy?
And it stands up on massive back legs and make little grabby hands at the egg. Grabby hands at the egg.
I with my tiny gnome hands put the egg into its very large hands.
Now, here's a fun fact about gray renders. They don't lay eggs. This ain't an egg. If Walnut had rolled a little higher, maybe she would have found out. But the way that gray renders reproduce is by budding. They just grow a weird growth off of their body, and then it eventually becomes another gray render and runs away. What happened here is that this bud, it snapped off too soon. So this gray render takes this egg, this nasty little budding thing, and then stuffs it right back onto a little cavern, a little dip on its shoulder, and it goes. So it's now got this like half grown other self, and it goes. And then I want to know. Please let me know each of your intelligence scores, not your bonuses, but your cumulative intelligence score. Let me start with you, Walnut.
10.
Okay. Cymax?
8.
Okay. Vendrix?
11.
Vi?
18.
Okay. And Maddy?
13.
Okay. All right. So after getting this egg back, snapping it back onto itself, this gray render takes a good long look at all of you and then turns back to you, Vi, and starts to sing that crazy whale song that you heard from the cavern earlier, that ooh, ooh.
Oh no, I didn't want to be the one going to the coffee shop.
Scratch just ever so small because you're so small, and it's scratching maybe what could be a bed in the dirt that would fit you. And then Vi, would you roll a d12 for me, please?
Yes. All right, I'm going to roll it here on D&D Beyond. 9.
A 9. Okay. So that quirk on the gray render quirks table is that we'll just go ahead and play it out. Why not? So at this moment, as this the gathering clouds over your day have finally gotten to a point where they are they're thick, they're gray. Most of it is sheltered by the forest. You don't get too wet. But the sound of the rain pitter-pattering on the leaves is so peaceful, except not to this gray render, who, upon hearing that it has started to rain, stands back on its hind legs and goes, then tries to hide behind you, Vi, and then the howls continue. It is,
now,
again, far too large.
Does the gray render appear to be responding to the sound of the rain or the feel of the rain?
I think it's the sound, because the rain isn't coming down on you because there's this thick canopy. So I think it just knows that it's raining and it's very, very afraid of it.
All right, I gingerly rub the side of its head. There, boy. There. Just you wait. And I reach into my utility belt, pull out a little cube, almost like a little Rubik's Cube, turn it, and it suddenly, using my magical tinkering, pops into what looks like an old style gramophone. I place it down on the ground, and it starts doing noise canceling of counteracting the sound of the rain right next to the gray render's head.
Oh, okay. So this gray render, the howling, and then it has started to like bend its body around you, Vi, and is sort of like a dragon with its precious hoard, and it's going. And occasionally you get a little nudge. Fortunately or unfortunately for you, it is now bonded to you for life.
That's what you always wanted.
Once it forms the bond, the render serves its master in all things. You're welcome.
Well, I had no idea I was going to find a new friend today. But
it's love.
Don't you worry, I say, petting the gray render. We'll find a wonderful den for you and a job back at home.
I love to collect creatures to work for.
Gray renders have a pouch in their body. Can Vi use it as a locomotion to creature as well, like a mount?
Do they have a pouch?
Don't they?
I mean, this one does. I'm glad you
because
asked.
I said it. Thank you. Do not weigh in an official capacity because they do.
You know what? I just looked, and yeah, this one has a little pouch in its belly. In fact, this gray render that is curled around you protectively, Vi, one of the things it's now doing is trying to scoop you ever so gently into its little belly pouch.
All right, gently now, gently. I'm delicate. I'm not as resilient as I used to be, but I'll ride around.
It looks so proud.
While this is happening, is the big egg is still there?
Big egg's still there.
Yeah, and I say we probably should get this back to its little mother, father. I don't want to assume.
Not so little, but yes.
And look at this. I already have a job for my new friend. Sweetie, I pat the gray render. Please gently take the egg, and we're going to put it up in that nest.
So the gray render, this is going to be tough, 5. Maybe this is something that you can invent a way around with all your tinkering skills, but the gray render doesn't speak common, but it reads your energy. super clear, like the pointing to the egg, the pointing to the tree. And this gray render is almost like relieved because it's been trying to figure out what to do with this massive egg that showed up in its cavern. So now it's got a job. And so boom, boom, boom. And Vi, you're I assume poking out of this little belly pouch. You're driving this thing like a mech. And it's got a +4 to strength, but I'm just gonna make sure it's not too strong and smash the egg. Here we go. No, it's just strong enough. That's a 14. Okay, so with the tenderness that only a massive mature gray render can muster, it picks up this huge egg and then starts toward the tree with all the nests in it.
Are the birds back? The frightened birds, are they?
Oh yeah, they're back. They weren't away for long. They're constantly getting scared of stuff. They're used to it.
Valid.
Now, and I make the gesture of lifting it up and putting it in, lifting it up and putting it in.
He even on his tippy toes, just not quite large enough. How are we going to get the egg up?
Then I bring out another one of my little gadgets, attach it to the gray render, and the gray render can now fly.
Incredible. Wow. Wow. Let's unleash this on Faerun. What a great idea.
I am fulfilling my mecha fantasy here.
I think we just invented Godzilla.
Oh,
Godzilla situation.
Or Grayzilla.
So this this sweet, stupid gray render is now flying and like hollering at the top of its voice because this is not a natural configuration. And then so upon hearing the gray render screaming, our friend, the bird's name is Petey, by the way, none of you bothered to ask, but he goes, oh my bird, is this his voice? Oh my bird god. Oh my bird god. There, is that my egg? That's my egg. What is that? Where did you find my egg? And the I'm gonna do a bunch of rolls now. Here we go. Yeah, we're good. The gray render, Petey moves off the nest just enough for the gray render to gently lay the egg. The gray render still screaming at the top of its lungs, very afraid, but unable to not do anything that Vi tells him to do because he's her loyal subject for life. Places the egg in the nest. There is still another tiny egg, and the gray render just shifts it ever so slightly, places the egg, and then flies to parts unknown.
Bonded for life, but also gone.
No, the gray render is not totally sure how to control the flight, so you are still ascending with
I'm
some
like,
regularity.
Down. Come on, big boy, down.
Makes his way down. We don't need to get into how.
I look at I look up at the bird. The bird has the egg, and I'm just like, okay, it's done. And now, no one is mad at me.
Well, when you took my other egg and I found a new one. Do you want this one? I just need to sit on something. You know what I mean? You can have this one. I don't know where it goes either. It's probably not another quest.
Okay, yeah, I would love that egg.
All right, you take the egg. Do you want to do another candle trick on it?
Yeah, I'll try and candle it again. I go before I look at the candle. I'm like, Maddie, can you just say loudly that I did a good job before this all goes to hell, please? Please, just someone tell me I did a good job. I need affirmation.
Oof,
that
needs to be unpacked.
Maddie, please use your bells, please. Say I did a good job.
All right. Maddie just opens up and just starts playing, the tiny ones, just like a series of really mini ones that have like high pitch, and it's like
I think you're
Just having a
bad,
great time.
Walnut. I know you might be dirty, you might be a little weird, but I think you're also cool. You're inspired.
Ooh.
I feel inspired. You know what? I just need a little positivity, right? It's all, you know, and I'm going to do a good job with this egg. And I produce flame again, and I candle the egg again.
And I also step over and I say, I'm only here because you and your wife and I go way back. Luckily, I might like you too. Might.
Aww.
That was a lowercase might with a undercase, you know, strike underneath might, and I guess give you guidance. Just like
I love it.
Take that.
Walnut's like, I understand. I hate most everyone too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially everyone here. Everyone.
Valid.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. What did you want me to do? What was it?
I think last time we did an int nature check. So with all of your now give me, do you have better animal handling than you have nature?
I do, and what a great roll that would be to do. Let's do it.
You want to do animal handling? Because
I would love to do
last
something
time
that
it wasn't an animal, but maybe this time it is.
I would love to do something that I have a bonus on.
All right.
And the
do
power
that.
of friendship. I'm fueled. So 17, and then what's guidance?
A D8 and a D4.
You all are so smart. 17 plus 8
Yummy.
plus 6, and my raging dyscalculia. Who knows? That could be any number.
All right.
A good one. Even a good one.
Dyscalculia is a new one for me. I like that. Yeah, it's plenty. In fact, you produce flame, correct? So
I do.
this egg immediately starts to hatch in your hands. Little hatchy eggy. And what pokes out is the beak, a dark beak, and a crest, a noble crest upon the head, a blue to black sort of gradient ombre effect. And as soon as this baby bird pops out and sees you, it immediately says, "Oh, I'm so happy. I meet you." This is
I
Is it speaking common?
yeah. It is a uniquely talented type of Stellar's jay.
Yes.
Which who knows why Stellar's jays are in Faerun? They're just East Coast blue jays, just like, you know, kind of like dipped in Sharpie, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is a baby version.
It's a baby Stellar's jay has just popped out, and is clearly already familiar with you, and that can really only mean one thing.
Yes, that I hate it. And I go, I just like, I'm immediately over it. And I'm just like, what? What do you want? What could you possibly want here in this place?
To be delivered to Bromoludier. And you will do it immediately.
I'm sorry, I'm going to do what for Bromoludier?
Deliver me.
You want me to deliver you? Is what I'm hearing. Sorry, it's hard to understand bird. One, because of audio issues, and two,
the noise gating.
Because I don't like to listen to them because they don't make sense. So canonically, she's being a jerk to a newborn bird, and then
True. I'd like to think that, so what's happening apparently is my high-pitched voice is not coming through. And that's actually that's intentional. The high-pitched bird voice of a little Stellar's jay, it's very hard for elven ears to pick up on it. But what you eventually come to understand is that this baby bird knows who you are, almost certainly the offspring of one vizier who has tormented you for a very long time, and is demanding to be delivered to Bromoludier because it it is claiming to be the bird of affirmation.
I've already been affirmed, but I guess you will somehow affirm what I did to Brahma, so sure.
The baby bird is already asleep.
Permanently. No. Okay. So I look around at everyone and I go, okay, I guess we just gotta, and I hate to say this, hand in the quest. Motion to tiny bird.
To your
we
wife,
all know,
honey.
Yes, you know, we all know that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, and so bushes for all.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, in a way, but and this is not me being scared, but you know, y'all were hired by Brahma. Do you want to just give her the bird and then tell her I did a big sorry? And then
no.
Okay, fine. Hey, let's go.
Who asked who, by the way? Did you propose to her or did she propose to you?
I would say just imagine every scenario in a relationship and imagine it was not initiated by me.
Clear.
Well, honeys, while I have my flying gray render, you can hop on board and we can get to your wife lickety-split.
Yes.
Sure.
Lickety-split indeed.
What about the coach driver? They've just been sitting down in the coach we took this whole time. Maybe we should have offered them a water, or are we just going to leave them in the woods? Who's paying for the coach? Can we claim it on tax? No? Okay,
And Maddy, that coach driver's been dead for 50 years.
Time to move on.
With that,
oh
God. Okay, so
you guys all gonna ride the flying gray render back to town?
Yes, of course.
I guess
there's plenty of room.
This will be a poem, a beat poem performance at my next gig. Are you kidding me?
Perfect. You know what, Vi? I'm gonna let you make this check. A survival check seems appropriate just to see if we all survive. But let's do, since you're kind of, I know he's a monster, but you're kind of handling an animal. Can I get a wisdom animal handling from you, Vi, please?
I will do my best. So here in the pouch, where I'm trying to steer my gray render mech, I nudge it toward town, and I get a whopping 6.
Nice. Okay. Well, it isn't completely fatal. No, you guys, you make some collisions with some trees occasionally. You nearly get scraped off, Cymax, but you're good to go. Maddy, your talent with the bells makes you particularly adept at holding on to all that, like a forearm strength. So you're holding on pretty good, and you do eventually make it to town. But everybody's feeling a little rough for wear. I'm gonna say everybody take 1 hit point of damage just to say that I did it. Okay.
I'm now at 69.
Nice.
Also the date of my anniversary. Incredible.
March 69th.
What?
Okay. So yeah, oh my God, it is. Oh my God, it's 6/9. Sorry, I just got it. I just got it. That is today's date. Okay. Anyway, so you get back to town. You're I think it's safe to say the 5 of you are bonded for life through many toils, many troubles. I'm happy to announce that Petey successfully hatched its egg, and another giant puffball was probably kind of a shit to its family, was successfully birthed. The Gray Render and Vi have a lot to sort out about the nature of their relationship, but I'm interested. So Brahma is probably on the way. Are there any preparations that you want to make at the Drawn and Courtier for her arrival? Walnut or any of it? I don't know, not everybody has to do this, but I'm actually kind of curious. What's your relationship to Brahma Luthier? If anybody wants to volunteer that story, I'd love to hear it. How do you know her?
It's just one of those things that she is so famous, and I'm trying to get my leg in these doors, and I have to pay attention to her, and I have to be in her good graces, but I can't stand her. She's obnoxious, but it's like that. So that's sort of where I am with her.
Fair.
Totally agree. Keep that to yourself, though. I think
of
Walnut
course.
I
don't volunteer that. But,
Yeah, Brahma was actually one of the first people after Cymax was reborn. Brahma was one of the first people he ran into. Well, not one of the first, but one of the first to actually allow him to have a little happiness again, because her general, like how she carried herself, he felt like he shouldn't be moping around anymore. So yeah, he helped her with a mission. And he actually said specifically, if you need one thing, call me and I'll be there. So this is her cashing in.
This is the thing that she picked. Yeah, that sounds very, very Brahma.
Mm-hmm.
Vi or Maddy, you don't have to share if it's private. A lot of these things can be very sensitive, but how did y'all meet Brahma?
So Brahma and I actually go way back, because she reached out to me and the Fixers to help her weaponize her musical instruments. So Vi is actually responsible for fitting her instruments with blades, poison needles, and other instruments of others' demise.
Incredible. How about you, Maddy?
Brahma once saw me out in the town square of a small town, and announcing mundane news to everybody and annoying everybody. And Brahma thought this would be a great way to deal with people who she didn't want to talk to. So now every time she has to do a meeting she doesn't want to and wants them to leave, she just gets me to speak on their behalf until I bore them and drive them insane and they run away.
I love
Amazing
that you're like her personal, like, on retainer yelling telegram of like, I don't like you anymore, leave.
Annoyagram, just.
So what does that mean for Walnut?
Yeah. Walnut's just like, yeah, okay, oh boy. Like, here, we'll just imagine that we've heard some of these stories. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Walnut, if Brahma's on the way,
Yes.
what are you doing? How are you preparing for her imminent arrival?
Inventing the paper bag, breathing into it, these type of things.
Excellent.
Walnut is like panic organizing. She's like, were she to be in our world, she would like stress make spreadsheets. That kind of person. And so she's like, okay, what do I need to do? It's got to be good. The lighting's got to be good. I got to like fix the curtains in here. Like, would you forgive me more in bright light or in like dim light? What kind of music should we play? What says forgive me? Any songs about forgiving? I'm all ears.
I'm going to drum on my little drum, and I'm going to say, I suggest that when she comes, that you throw your arms around her and slather her with kisses. And I cast suggestion on you, which is a 16 wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I wish to willfully fail. Okay, hang on.
Vendrix is trying to make you smooth. Not going to work, Vendrix.
It's not going to work. I go, in public? In front of Bird God and everyone?
Worth a shot.
Honey, we'll all leave. We'll give you privacy. This is between the two of you.
Okay.
With that, Walnut, you do a sniff, and the unmistakable scent of field-ripe strawberries wafts through the window of your room at the Drawn and Courtier, and you know that she has arrived. And that's it. That's our game. Y'all,
Ah.
thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
this ride. Thank you for this ride. Okay. I'd like to please thank you so much, Wizards of the Coast. Thank you, Elderwood Academy. Thank you, Codename Entertainment. Thank you, the Idle Champions. Please donate generously to Lambert House. It is such a good organization. I'm so honored that we got to do this incredibly silly game just for us, but also to benefit this awesome organization. So I hope that you donate. I hope that you buy stuff. I hope that you enjoy your giveaways, whoever won them, and have a wonderful Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
All right.
All right. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.